A very good afternoon to all my dear students. This is our 11th video. In the last video, we already discussed and started about the performance management system, which is the second part of our third unit. Now, as we discuss, we just give a brief that what is the difference between the performance appraisal and performance management system. Traditionally, we are doing the performance appraisals, that is annually. Okay, once in a year we can appraise the employee to check it out the performance of the employee and to see that any changes required in the employee or not. But nowadays, due to increase in the number of the employees, it is necessary to go with the performance management system. Performance management system is the continuous review of the employee. Okay, so performance appraisal is the annually means in entire year what overall contribution that employee done for the organization, that will check in the performance appraisal. And performance management system is the continuous review of the process. So that is what the difference between the performance appraisal and performance management system. Performance appraisal is focused on the uh, top down assessment, where the performance management is focused or acting through the process of the mutual objectives, the objectives they want to achieve. Okay, so their focus is in the performance appraisal. As we see, there is a direct link with the pay, because that is the annual review. On the basis of your appraisal only, the promotion, transfer, increments will be depend. While in the performance management, as it is the continuous reviewing, so that is not a direct link with your pay. Okay, except this there are definitions mentioned. So many definitions are there for the performance management. Except this, in the we already discussed about the benefits of the performance management, that is on the employee level, manager level, and the organization level. uh, Again, there are the objectives of the performance management. One is called the evaluation objective, second one is called as the development objective. And again, the performance management process in the action aid, that is what types of the result we are expecting from the performance management. These all we already discussed in the last video. Now today we will start with the performance appraisal methods. There are basically very important question as the exam point of view also. And the basically there are two types of the method, that is the traditional method and the modern method. According to the Ashwathappa, that there are two categories. The first one is the past oriented and second one is the future oriented. Okay, so on the basis of that, again, so many scientists they define the different types of the method. Important method I just kept in this material. Okay, so basically the traditional methods, as I listed in the table, there are approximate 11 traditional methods are there and the 5 modern methods are there. Now one by one we will see in detail. Now first we will start with the traditional method. The first one is called as the ranking method. In the ranking method is a very oldest method and very simple method. In this method you can rank the employees, appraise the employees, that is from 1 number to 10 number, according to his performance, according to his behavior, according to the what type of the work he done, what is his contribution towards the organization growth. You will check it out each and every aspect of the employee, and according to the employee's performance you can give the rank to the employee. The employee can be ranked from the highest to the lowest or from the best to the worst condition. Okay, now the second one is the paired comparison method. In the paired comparison method, you can number of possible pairs for the given employee, you can check it out. Okay, and you can compare one employee with the other employee. One to one basis comparison can be do. If suppose you find out that the in the particular team two employees are highly successful, the approximation there each and every field is same. So for such type of the two remove such a comparison, to remove such types of the confusion, it's better to go with the paired comparison. And on the basis of paired comparison, you can select which is the best one among the two employees. Okay, so one to one basis this can be do in the paired comparison method, and one formula is also mentioned for the paired comparison method, that is n in bracket n minus 1 and divided by 2. The n is nothing but that will be represent the number of the employees you want to evaluate, you want to compare. Okay, if suppose here mentioned that 5 employees I am evaluating, so 10 pairs will be possible, 10 types of the comparison will be possible. Okay, so as mentioned, first k I am comparing with m, then k again I am comparing with r, then k compared with v, k compared with b, and then if you select m, then m and k already been compared, so again you should not compare. Okay, so m compared with r, m compared with v, m compared with b. Then again if you select r, in the r already the comparison with k and m is over, likewise the scenario is going on and you get the 10 pairs. Okay, so that we called as the paired comparison method. The third one is the grading method. Okay, the grading method is approximately more than 3 grades you have to achieve. There are 3 categories of the grading method for the employee: outstanding, satisfactory, and unsatisfactory. Okay, so these grades, but the problem with the grading method is that if suppose you got some, consider in the term of percentage, if you got 60% or so, you will get satisfactory. If you got 65 or so, you will get the satisfactory. Okay, so exactly you can't do, approximation you can do with the grading method. Now the next one is your for, and nowadays in maximum semester examination all the university using the grading method only, and below the marks memo if you see, they will distribute the grade, why they have given you satisfactory, why outstanding. Okay, so if you your marks is range in that particular percentage, according to that you will get the grade. The next one is the forced distribution method. In the forced distribution method, they will give you the different types of the statistical distribution, suppose 10, 20, 40, 20 and 10%. Okay, so rate you have to do according to that. It is also very simple method, easy to understand and apply in the for checking the performance appraisal. Okay, no single grade you can do in this method. Okay, false choice method, which is developed by J.P. Guilford. Okay, it contains the series of the group statements and rate how efficiently a statement describe each individual. Okay, and then evaluation will be due according to that. The false choice method contains two statements, both positive as well as the negative statement. Okay, so you may mention the positive statement of the employees as well as the negative statement of the employees, and on the basis of that they can go with the final comparison, final selection, and final rating they can do by checking both type of the statement, positive as well as the negative statement. Okay, now the next method is the checklist method. In the checklist method, they mention this is a very common method. This type of the checklist method we also called as the open-ended question, where the choices of the answers are in the form of yes or no. And in the checklist method, the series of the questions will be there. Okay, one example I have already quoted in the table, that is the sample checklist for applying the university teacher. Okay, so if suppose you want to apply for the university teacher, some questions are mentioned, 7 questions are mentioned there. You have to give the answer in the form of yes or no, and on the basis of that they will find out the capabilities of the particular employee. The next one is the critical incidence method. The critical incidence method is again showing the difference between the performing a job and what type of the efficiently you are doing or inefficiently you are doing. So that type of the work they can do. In the critical incidents method, three steps involved. The first one is list of the noteworthy, means good or the bad behavior on the job behavior you can list out. Second one, a group of the expert, then assign the weightage or the score, and the expert can share their opinion about the good things also and about the bad things also. And the third one, finally, checklist indicating that incidents describe the worker is good or bad, that they can construct it. So first only we have to check the good and bad behavior of the employee. Second, we have to take the opinion from the group of the expert on the basis of that good and bad thing. And finally you can construct the checklist for that particular employee in the critical incidents method. Okay. Now the next one is the graphical rating scale method. This is a very common method nowadays, and this method we can again do with the help of the Rickert scale. So Rickert scale, these are 5 scale rating is also available, and 7 scale is also available. So the questions are displayed, and in front of the question the objectives, the answers will be given, and among that choices you have to select, you have to tick on the one choice, and on the basis of the collection of the answers, on the basis of the correction, once we collect all the answers, then we can easily able to understand about that employees behavior, about the employees competencies. The essay method, which this is one of the simplest but very old method, and the biggest weakness of this method, that each and everything you have to note down, each and every specifically you have to write each and every aspects of the employee. Okay, and that's why it's a very lengthy descriptive type of the method, and that's why if any manager want to apprise with the help of essay method, that is very hectic for them because of reading each and every point. Okay. Then the field review method. In the field review method, they can review each and every aspect of the employee. Okay. They identify the areas of interrelated disagreement or agreement, help the group. Okay. In the field review method, you can uh, check it out, the employees review process. Okay. Is the employee is according to the your standard or not. The process is the time consuming one, because the supervisor generally resent what they consider the staff interferences. Okay. So this is not that much widely used by the different organization, but this is also one of the traditional method used in the performance appraisal system. Okay. Now today we will stop over here. In the next class we will come and discuss the modern methods of the performance appraisal system. Bye, take care, thank you.